Hello. Welcome to the Successful Women in Business. And today we are so honored to be having a business strategist. She's a specialist in branding, personal branding, Aroj Ashraf. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
We are so honored. We are so humbled. Thank you so much for accepting our invite. And without further ado, I would like you to introduce yourself, tell our viewers who you are, what it is you do.
Absolutely. I am Aruj Ashraf. I am the founder and creator of the Triumph Method, which is a triple amplifier tool that I use to teach women how to make more money without working a lot of long hours and chasing after clients who don't appreciate them. It is something that I came up after years and years of being an entrepreneur. I have at least a decade of experience and I realized that all the successful businesses that are earning multi-million dollars have certain criteria in place. It's how they set up their business. And so what I did was learned from the very best. I took their three core elements and summarized them into a three category platform that uses mindset, strategy, branding, and marketing. Marketing and branding as in one loop. So I'm now I've been doing it for about 2 years now, just getting women started on creating successful businesses without, losing their hair and just not being able to see their children and family because they have a passion-based business and that they can't get away from.
Wow, amazing. That's so powerful. I mean, I just had a short conversation where you had a look at my website, and the strategies you gave me to implement are so powerful. And I just can't wait for you to tell us more about personal branding. What is personal branding? A lot of businesses don't know what it is. You just have a business idea or you're operating in a business, but you don't have a clue what it is. What is personal branding? Please tell us what is personal branding.
Personal branding is one of the most core elements of your business. It is basically the essence of who you are, not just as a person, but also as a business.
Mm,
So it's your calling card when you leave the room. So think about that for a second. How do people talk about you and your business behind your back? Are they
mm,
raving about you? Are they telling other people about, I had this amazing experience with Julian and, she just went above and beyond. A lot of people confuse personal branding with just the logo and the colors and, the website. It's far more than that. It is basically the relationship that you have with your client
mm.
and the emotions and feelings that you invoke in them as a business. So right now, I don't know what's happening in the UK, but in the United States, the retailers here are going through this retail apocalypse where they are shutting down because they haven't been able to keep up with the demand with their customers. So we had like 25 different retail brands, like Charlotte Dress say, hey, we're closing. March 7th is our last day. Come get what's in the stores because we're not coming back. And after looking into this, I realized that they were being replaced, and it wasn't China replacing them. It was women owned businesses who were creating personal brands that spoke to their clients. So to have, small little businesses, boutique businesses replace giant conglomerates, retails, it really speaks to the value of what personal branding is.
Mm. Wow, amazing. Amazing what personal branding can do. So, what would you recommend someone starting up in a business? What should they focus on as their starting point to brand their
Um,
business?
for a business, I think it's very important to know exactly what your values are. Who are you as a person? What do you stand for? What kind of experience do you want your clients to have with your product and services? And that becomes your personal brand. I highly recommend that every small business have a manifesto. And
mm,
a manifesto is basically your ideals of how you, run your life and run your business, kind of telling your clients, this is how we're going to treat you. If your mantra is, I treat my customers like family, then
mm,
treat your customers like family.
mm,
Create a story for them that they can relate to. So when they're
mm,
coming to you, they know exactly what they're getting and exactly what their expectations are, especially if you are tailoring yourself as a high end brand. It is very important to have that storyline match up with your brand, and it has to be something that you can do in your sleep. Because I can tell you, there's so many people trying to be something they're not, and
mm,
people know, people are smart. They can tell, like, okay, this person is shady. I don't necessarily want to do business with them.
mm,
So your brand has to speak your language, and you have to embody that brand. Unless you do, you won't be able to succeed. And it is a very crowded market online. If you are not getting the right clients, it's because you're not speaking their language and you're not telling them, this is what I offer you, and I am the best in the market for, to solve the problem that you have.
mm. Wow, I hear you. So essentially is first of all connect with the audience,
Absolutely.
connect with the clients so that they can also connect with your story. Amazing.
Exactly.
Okay. So what would you say are the benefits of personal branding? What are the benefits? If I don't do personal branding, what do I lose? Just a few tips on the benefits.
Um, Personal branding, you really have to understand who you're trying to attract. And if you're not attracting the right people, then you don't have a business, you have a hobby, because you have bills to
Mm,
be paid and you want clients coming to you. You don't want to spend 20 hours a day trying to find the right clients. So once you get your
mm,
brand on point and you're speaking the language that your ideal customer speaks, and they're recognizing that you have services that they desperately need or have never realized that they needed until they met you. That's what you're losing out without a brand. Because, like I said before, it is a very crowded market
mm,
and people have a lot of options. So, your personal branding basically tells them why you are a better option than your competitors.
mm. Hey, Woo, I'm just so loving this. Oh my God. Yeah, so those are some of the benefits of personal branding. And another question I have for you is what is the main focus on while we are building our personal brand? I've
Um,
I've I've now listened to the benefits, but what should while you're developing your brand, like the basics, a building stone, what should a business focus on?
in terms of when you're first getting
Building
started,
a
what your
brand.
brand should be.
Hmm. In
Um,
terms of building the building blocks, like what should the business kind of focus on? Like this will take me to this, and this will take me to that. Building blocks. Mm,
so there are a lot of different avenues to this. The way I start is always, you have to be in the right mindset. You have to realize that you are a business owner.
mm,
And as a business owner, you have a lot of responsibilities. You have responsibilities to your family. You have responsibilities to your customers. You have responsibilities to your employees if you have any. But most of all, you have a responsibility to yourself. Are you taking care of your needs? Are you taking care of your sleeping habits, your eating habits, your workout habits? And how is that going to impact your business? The greatest problem that I see with women is that we jump into a business because we're so passionate about it, and we're like, we know this is going to serve so many women, it's going to make their life easier. But somewhere, this little doubt kicks in and says, I don't think I can do all of this by myself, or I don't have the resources to be doing this. Oh, I don't like math. I don't want to look at my numbers. And that is the
mm,
greatest mistake women make, is that we do not look at our numbers. Like, what are the numbers telling us? And that's why, 90% of women owned businesses fail in the first 5 years, is because they're not generating enough revenue, and they think they're doing okay because they have, a steady stream of clients coming in, but they're spending more than they're making. And
mm,
that's when the burnout kicks in. That's when they realize they're spending so much time away from their families. And the
mm,
bank account is just crying. The bank account is not reflecting the hard work that they're doing. So
mm,
the mindset is always the first thing that I tackle in my Triumph method. And then I move into strategies. Okay, what are your goals? Where do you want to be in 5 to 10 years? Is this a company that you want to sell to other people in the future? Is this a franchise that you're establishing? Or do you see yourself always being a solo entrepreneur that you will always be the boss and this business is going to depend on you for, 60% or 40% of all the tasks that are being done. And it's okay to be a solo entrepreneur. Like I personally love it, but it's also important to have a team behind you, supporting you, and just cheering you on. So,
mm.
looking at those elements of what your future goals are, it's very important. And once you have those two pieces in place, that's when you need to start thinking about your branding. And that's where, how do you look? What is your story? What are the connecting and pain points that you're solving for your clients? And how are they talking about these pain points? And that's when you get into the advertising and marketing aspect of it. But without the mindset and the strategies in place of what your business is and where it's going, you can do all the marketing and branding in the world. It's not going to generate the revenue for you.
Mm. Wow. So this brings us to the next question. Who should care? Who should care?
If you are a businesswoman who's serious about having a business that actually earns you money versus losing you money and costing your
Yes.
savings, then you should
Mm,
care.
mhm,
Because if you want to be a business owner, you're not in it to just for the title. Because I can tell you the title is not, as satisfying as it seems once you first get into entrepreneurship.
mm, mm,
It's the money and being able to live a lifestyle and create the impact and go out into your communities and influence other women and mentor them and be able to support, charities that you're passionate about, be able to support hobbies, be able to support your children, your spouse, your families in ways that create a greater impact. Because
mm,
at the end of the day, if you are getting into entrepreneurship, you're leaving the corporate world, which seems really secure at first, but it's also extremely draining for a lot of women who don't feel like they have a voice. So take it seriously. It's extremely rewarding if you do it right, and you don't have to struggle. Just find the right people to guide you. I think the
mm,
greatest investment women can make is finding people who are ahead of them and learning from them and learning from their mistakes. I was very fortunate when I was starting out that I had great mentors and colleagues who said, what are you doing? You're wasting your time doing this, this, this. You need to be doing this because that's what you're really good at.
mm.
And that's exactly how I became a strategist and a coach and got into the space of helping other women because there were women before me who took my hand and pointed out things in me that I couldn't see myself, and I'm so grateful for them. So my mission is to be able to do that for other women as well.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is so powerful. And now this brings us to the end of our interview. Just in case you have any last words you want to tell our viewers, the ladies out there doing business, where can they find you? If you
Well,
have a
first of all,
website or any offers going on,
Julian, I
let
just
us.
want to really thank you for giving me a platform in your group to come here and talk about this. This is something I'm very passionate about. And what I love doing is offering 20-minute free strategy calls for anyone who is struggling to bring in the clients or make the money that they have always wanted to make. I am very good at looking at the different gaps and, helping people identify where they need to be focusing their energy in. So you can just go directly to my website. It's aroojashraf.com and click on the content panel and just schedule an appointment. It's absolutely free. There's no pitching involved or anything. I just love talking to women and looking at their businesses and what they're offering and making sure that they're reaching the right people.
Mm,
And 20 minutes doesn't seem like a lot, but you can ask Jillian. It's I get a lot done very quickly. So.
Yes, a lot, a lot, a lot. I am a witness. Every woman doing business, so every man out there, you need to talk to our strategist. She is good at what she's doing. It's really amazing what you can discover, the missing gaps, the missing things that you need to, make things work for your business. Um,
Absolutely, because sometimes we're just so deep into it that we don't realize what we're overlooking. So it
mm,
really helps to have, someone who's detached from your business look at your practices, look at your numbers, and really help you guide in a direction that you need to be focusing on.
mm. So, are you on social media for those who want to catch you on social media? You can let them know as well.
Surprisingly, I'm not. My network is strong enough that I don't have to be on social media. Unfortunately,
Mm,
that is something that I've been neglecting because I have plenty of people coming in.
mm.
But you are more than welcome to send me a direct message through my profile, and I would love to connect with you.
Wow. Thank you once again. Thank you, Aroj,
My
Ashraf.
pleasure.
Thank you. And thank you, our viewers. If you have any questions or you'd like to connect with any of us, if you're watching, wherever you are watching from, let us know. Hashtag and say maybe it's a replay. And let us know what are your comments. Feel free to interact with any of us. So it's been Julian Businge, your host today. Enjoy your day. Stay blessed. Bye.
Thank you.